Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. As discussed in our previous video, DML, Data Manipulation Language of SQL is dedicated to manipulating data in one way or in this video we'll discuss insert into command, which is used to enter data into tables. Here there are 3 columns and we are entering 3 datas in same order. In second case, we are changing the order. Now we'll see practically how it works. We'll change the font size so that it will be visible to you. In MySQL, we have to enter our password. We can see all databases that are present inside MySQL by executing show databases query. We can create a database course by writing create database course. Now the database is created. We can use course to create tables inside it. Use database name is used to open a database. Inside course database, now we will create a table course with 3 fields: course code, course name, and credit hours are the 3 fields. First 2 are varchar and third one is of character type. As we have discussed in our previous video, character is used to store fixed length character string and varchar is used to store a variable length string. Our table is created with 3 fields. Now we can insert data inside it. There are 2 ways of inserting data. If we want to insert values to all columns, then syntax is insert into table values within bracket the values. The order should be same in this way of inserting data. Insert into course values. First we have to write course code, then course name, then credit hours. Now one row is inserted. We can insert the second row similarly by simply changing course code, course name and credit hours. If we want to insert a new row with values of selected columns only, then we can do this by writing insert into table name, column 1, column 2 and values within bracket value 1, value 2. Here I want to insert only 2 values to 2 columns. For that I am writing insert into course within bracket course code, course name, then we have to write values and inside bracket we have to give 2 values, one for course code and second one for course name. Here only 2 data will be inserted to 2 corresponding columns. Third column will have null value. So far we have inserted 3 data. We can run select star from course to see the data is inserted into the table. As you can see, credit hours is null in third row. Column list is not required if we want to enter the data in the same manner as in the table. If we want to change the order of data, then we have to give the column list also. In the first example, we are inserting 3 data in the same order as in the table, and in second we have to write the column list as we are changing the order of data. First we are writing course name, then course code, then credit hours. Here we are changing the order of column and respective data. Here we are changing the order. First we are entering credit hours, then course code and course name, and the values will be in the same order. Remember, the table will have the same order. Now we'll try to insert another row with credit hours first, then course name, then course code. The values are 4, C++, 0005. Now 2 rows are inserted, and we'll run select star from course to see all the data inserted into course table. If we are not giving any data, it is storing null value. And as you can see, first course code, then course name and credit hours. The sequence will remain same. How to insert null data in a table? Column list is needed if we plan to leave out a value in the value list. Column list can be omitted if we put a blank value. We can also use null keyword to create blank column. But we have to remember that we cannot leave primary key and foreign keys blank. And also the table should allow null value to the column. In the first insert query, we do not have course name. For that, we have to write the column list. In second query, we are having a blank value for course name, and in third, we are having null value for course name. Now we'll see practically how null values are inserted into a table. In first insert query, we will delete the course code. We will have only credit hours and course name. In course code, it will store null value. Here I am changing only the credit hours and the course name. Now we'll execute the query, and one row will be inserted to the table with null value in course code. We can insert null value to course name by writing null in place of course name. Remember, null will be without single quote. If we will put null in single quote, then it will be a data. The course name will be null itself. As you can see, course code is duplicate sometime because I have not created course code as primary key. If you will create course code as primary key, it will not allow us to insert duplicate data. Now we'll try to insert blank value instead of null. Here the course name will have blank value. If we will execute the query, you can see if we are not giving any value, it is storing null value. If we will pass blank, then it will not store null value, it will simply have blank data. Now we'll try to insert date in this table. For that we have to create a field which will store date. For that we will use alter command. Syntax is alter table, table name, add field name with data type. In our case, alter table course, add date of joining, which is a date type. Now, as date column is created, we can enter date. Dates are by default entered in YYYYMMDD format. First 4 digits are for year, next 2 digits are for month, and last digits are for date, followed by hyphen in each case. Date is enclosed in single quotes. The date of joining is 2021-04-21. 2021 is the year, 04 is the month, and 21 is the date. Here I am changing the course code, course name, and credit hours. One row is inserted with date of joining. Now we'll execute select star from course, and you can see date is entered. Hope this series is beneficial to you. Thanks for watching.